Hi, I'm Chris from Courage Learning and Development, and welcome to the Leadership Hit. Leadership and management theories and thinkers which can enter the bloodstream in under 5 minutes. Today we're talking about the Herzberg theory. Frederick Herzberg was an American psychologist who became one of the most influential voices in the mid-20th century in business management. He's known for many theories, but none more notable than the two-factor theory, which looks at motivating and hygiene factors. Let's split this factor into two. Firstly, we have the hygiene factors. These are factors that don't lead to satisfaction when they're present. However, if they're not there, then workers also will not feel motivated and will not feel satisfied. These look at working conditions, policies, base wages and salary, your co-worker relations. This list is far from exhaustive, and even in the 21st century, we can't assume in the modern workplace that all of these things are there. Absolutely, one voice can change a room, so one voice can change an organisation, but in reality, you may not have much control over these as a manager. What you do have control over, however, are the motivating factors: recognition, responsibility, the work itself, growth. And these are factors which can hugely lead to positive satisfaction and personal growth. And of course, if all of these things are being authentically harnessed in a well-performing team, then high performance, of course, will be the result. A key theory as well here is that you need to motivate the individual by managing the individual. What will work for one employee won't work for another. So how can you authentically have these conversations? How can you delegate this work? How can you manage maybe some of those more difficult facets which leadership and management bring? Let's split this down into 4 key schools of thought. If you're in school of thought number 1, fantastic. This is the ideal situation where all of your employees are highly motivated and can have few complaints. The second facet maybe is where there's no complaints as such. Employees aren't very motivated. It's about the money at the end of the month, but they turn up and they work hard. That is school of thought number 2. The most interesting one, in my opinion, is the third, where there's a huge intrinsic motivational piece. Employees are motivated, but they've got lots of complaints. The job is exciting, however, the conditions aren't great. And the fourth and final is actually the worst situation. So within this, employees aren't motivated and they do have many complaints. Bearing in mind those hygiene factors, maybe you don't have a huge amount of control around those, then that means the motivational piece becomes even more important. What can you do to create the motivating factors for those individuals which will actually see them thrive? After this video, have a think about which one of those you feel you may fit in. Most people in a team would always say they fit into the same one of these. Yes, of course, things change day to day. We can all go to work hangry or tired, and that's fine too. But actually, what is it that you can do to help boost the motivational piece? That should be your takeaway, in my opinion, from today's video. What are you doing to satisfy the motivating factors for your team? Thank you for your time listening to this video today. You can continue the conversation by visiting our website at courage.works. Scan the QR code to do that. And I look forward to your company next time on the Leadership Hit from Courage L&D. Bye for now.